Hey guys, let's do another video. 5 more Hall of Famers. Start out with the human vacuum cleaner here, Mr. Hoover. Mr. Brooks Robinson. Lifetime 78.5 WAR. Ranks him 69th all time. Ahead of players like Robin Yount, Ozzie Smith, and Sam Crawford. 1964 MVP, 2-time World Series winner, 18-time All-Star, 16-time Gold Glove, World Series MVP, All-Star MVP, 2,848 hits. His 16 Gold Gloves was a record. It was later tied by Jim Cott and then surpassed by Greg Maddux. So let me know what you think if his Gold Gloves 16 is more impressive than a pitcher's Gold Glove, which pitchers only play every 5 days, but there's 5 times as many of them. So there's 5 times as many players that can win the award, but they don't play all the time. I've thought about that. Which one's more impressive? And I don't know. 23 years with the same team. It's tied by Carl Yastrzemski. Stan Musial was his favorite player when he was growing up. And he battled with George Kell for the starting third base job. Brooks Robinson. Next, this 1936 S&S game card, Traynor. 2-time All-Star, 1925 World Series, 320 batting average, 2,416 hits, 38.5 WAR, which ranks him 582nd all-time, ahead of players like Kirk Gibson and Roger Maris. Pretty low WAR, but a little different era back then, and he was a defensive juggernaut. He really only led majors in one offensive stat in 1 year, and that was for triples in 1923. He had 19, which led the majors that year. In 1925, he had 226 putouts, which is the highest since 1905 in Major League history. 1922, under the advice of Rogers Hornsby, he started using a heavier bat, and his offensive game came around, and he became very good. He was started being player manager for the Pirates in 1934. And as a kid, he would always go into the local grocery store and ask for a piece of pie. So the store owner started calling him Pie Face. And when he got in the majors, that was shortened to just Pie Traynor. All right, next player. Reds great, Mr. Barry Larkin. Lifetime 70.5 WAR, ranks him 99th all-time in baseball, ahead of Tony Gwynn, Carlton Fisk, and Ron Santo. 12-time All-Star, 1995 MVP, 1990 World Series, 9-time Silver Slugger, 3-time Gold Gloves, and a lifetime .295 batting average. Never led the majors a single year in an offensive stat, but was just really, really good for a long time. Really good for a shortstop. 9 Silver Sluggers. He accepted a scholarship to play football at the University of Michigan for Bo Schembechler, but during his freshman year, he decided to just focus on baseball. He has a daughter with the middle name DeShay because he loved playing at Shea Stadium. He only played 177 games in the minor leagues. And in 1991, he became the first shortstop with 5 home runs in 2 games. Barry Larkin. Next, in another one of these 1936 S&S game cards, Bill Herman. 57.3 WAR, 220th all-time, ahead of players like George Sisler and Bill Dickey. 10-time All-Star, 2,345 hits, Lifetime 304 batting average, 839 RBIs. Spent 1944 and 45 in the military. Was a defensive juggernaut as well. He was born and was from a nearby city to me, New Albany, Indiana, just right across the river from Louisville. It's about an hour from here, but, I know where that's at. He was named after three-time presidential candidate William Jennings Bryan. In his first at-bat ever in the major leagues, he hits a chopper that goes straight down, bounces off the home plate, hits himself in the back of the head, and knocks himself out in his first ever at-bat. In 2013, he was recognized and given the Bob Feller Act of Valor Award for his service in the Navy during World War II. Bill Herman. Next, Paul Molitor. Nicknamed Molly or the Igniter. Lifetime 75.6 WAR, 79th all time, ahead of players like Johnny Bench, Jim Thome, and Frank Thomas. 7-time All-Star. 1993 World Series MVP. 4-time Silver Slugger. Manager of the Year. 3,319 hits, 234 home runs, 504 stolen bases, 1,307 RBIs. Was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals in the 28th round of the 1974 draft as a pitcher. He opted and decided to just play college ball instead, and was later drafted in 1977 by the Brewers, 3rd overall pick in the first round. One of only 5 players with 3,000 hits, 300 batting average, 500 stolen bases. And here are those 4 other players: Ty Cobb, Honus Wagner, Eddie Collins, Ichiro Suzuki. Pretty good company. As of 2021, he was the last major leaguer who stole home base at least 10 times in his career. Paul Molitor. Thanks, guys.